one of our greatest comparative advantages is our higher education system here in the United States. Obviously, we've got the best universities in the world, and people flock from everywhere to try to get an education. But we also have an unparalleled community college system. And there are places like Lorraine that are doing great work. The challenge we've got is that they're underutilized. Oftentimes, we're not linking what community colleges are doing with high schools on the one hand, and four-year universities and businesses on the other. So part of our initiative is not just to make the first 2 years of community college free, because not everybody needs a four-year education. Some people may be interested in graphic design or interested in manufacturing processes, or even in some cases high-tech jobs that don't require a four-year degree, but they do require some advanced training. And if they can get that first 2 years free without debt, plugged into a business, they've saved money, they don't have all those student loans to pay, they can work for a time, learn more in their career, then maybe they go back and decide to get a higher degree. If they decide to take the community college and then springboard into a four-year university, they transfer their credits, they've just saved themselves half the cost of that four-year college degree. So what we're trying to do is to create more and more partnerships suited for the particular inclinations, aptitudes, needs of the public. In some cases, what's needed, for example, for a mid-career person is a quick training program that gets them in a job right away. So increasingly what we're doing is working with community colleges to reach out to the businesses in their community where there are job openings and have the business help design the training program. Collapse the training program. A mid-career person who needs a job right away, maybe a single mom or a guy who's been laid off and now needs to get back in the workforce, they don't have the luxury necessarily of 2 years of study. Get them into something where 6, 8, 10 weeks of training, and right now, if you complete this successfully, we know there's going to be a job for you because the business helped design the program. If you are a high school student who is interested in doing something that doesn't necessarily require a four-year degree, we're getting community colleges to link up with the high school ahead of time. The high school student can then start getting credit, get a hands-on experience, in some cases with businesses who are partnering with the community college. And now that high school student has gotten a head start on moving into their career, and they're also saving money in the process. If it's a student who wants to go to four-year university, but they don't have the money to, let's say, come right away to Cleveland State, even though Cleveland State's a pretty good price relative to a lot of other schools, go to that community college first, but make sure that they are getting up front the kind of counseling that they need so that they're taking the credits that are transferable in the fields that they need, so that they're not wasting time in the community college, taking out Pell Grants and loans, then they get to the four-year university and they got to start all over again, right? So in each of these cases, by us linking businesses, four-year institutions, community colleges, high schools, we can create a series of pathways of success, and it can be lifelong. And the great thing about community colleges is they're flexible in ways that four-year institutions, because of the nature of those institutions, it's a little harder to do.